Does the channel provide value?
Focus on the foundation.
I am a travel vlogger.
It's always about communication.
Build those partnerships.
What are the problems that you solve for your clients?
Just being ahead on the technological side of things.
Leading an organization.
You not only want to survive, but you want to thrive. They said it wouldn't last, and they said that you can't drive profitable and incremental revenue through the affiliate channel. But here we are, 20 years later, and the affiliate channel is alive and kicking and generating profitable revenue for thousands of retailers across the globe. Hi, I am Jamie Birch, your host of the Profitable Performance Marketing Podcast, where we talk to some of the industry's best and brightest about their careers, about leadership, and about how to drive profitable revenue through the affiliate channel. Hey, this is Jamie Birch with the Profitable Performance Marketing Podcast, CEO and founder of JEBCommerce, coming to you today with another solo podcast from JEBCommerce. And really what I want to talk today is about influencers and what they do inside affiliate marketing, but really what you need to do in order to make sure that they are going to do well in your program. So, for the last 5 years or so, influencers and content affiliates, and I'm going to use those interchangeably today, but those have represented the holy grail of affiliate recruiting success. Everyone has looked at those as what they want. They're top of funnel. They're bringing true incremental. Those are the types of things or the reasons why people want influencers in their affiliate program. And that component is growing. Now, how they are performing, that depends on who's managing those relationships, what kind of influencers you have in the program. But over the last couple of years, they become more important. And we've really found a way to have success with them. So a tremendous amount of effort has been applied to recruiting and optimizing these types of affiliates. But as the demand for influencers and content affiliates continue to grow, the ability to measure their ROI has fallen short. When marketers aren't paying them what they should be, we run the risk of those affiliates not engaging in this marketplace. And one of the main reasons why a lot of these programs aren't working is how the affiliate program is structured. So in another episode, we'll talk about ROI and how to measure the ROI of influencers. But really what I want to talk to you today is how you set up your program for the influencers. So one of the things, most likely your affiliate program and the typical affiliate program, it's set up as last click. You have a short cookie duration, and it is set up for an affiliate that is comfortable with monetization, has a website, so there are clicks involved, and it's pretty basic stuff. There is a percentage of sale that pays out. They may have 5 or 30 cookie days. There's no protection around any affiliate. Whoever comes in at the end gets credit for the sale. So if we go through that logic, let's talk about what an influencer does. So one of the influencers we've worked with over the years has been Alpha M and their agency, Menfluential. Wonderful individuals, fantastic affiliates. They're wonderful to work with. If you get a chance, please do. We actually have an episode where I interviewed Terry from Menfluential. So definitely go back and check that one out for how to work with an influencer. But say they target men who are very fashion conscious. So say a customer, an audience member sees an ad for, say, one of our clients, Johnston & Murphy. And they go through, and that video that they created introduces them to the brand. But later on, they go searching, say, oh, I need these shoes. And by the way, I love my Johnston & Murphy shoes. I have a whole closet full of them. And they look for shoes and they type in men's shoes. And they see an affiliate ad for Johnston & Murphy or an affiliate ad just for the men's shoe category. They go through and they find Johnston & Murphy. The typical way affiliate programs are structured is that order goes to that affiliate at the end. But really, who generated the sale? Well, in my estimation, both of them did. The influencer had a huge part to play because they introduced the consumer to the brand. And then there was also the affiliate who made sure that that customer found the brand at the bottom of the funnel. But the way that things are structured right now, that influencer typically doesn't get any credit. And usually the close happens outside that cookie duration. So one of the things we want to look at when working with influencers is how the program is structured. In reality, we have influencers and content producers, and we really generally, based on how we structure things, we're offering them lip service only. We're saying that we love to work with them, but we're not creating a structure that rewards them for the type of affiliate they are. They need to have proper attribution. And attribution is something we talk a lot about at JEBCommerce, but you need to make sure they're being attributed for what they do. Without that proper attribution, we won't be paying them what they should be earning. And that will mean they won't engage heavily within the affiliate industry, and they're not going to engage heavily with you. They're going to do some things with you, but you're both parties, the affiliate manager and advertiser and the influencer are going to look and say, this really didn't work because of really how it's set up. So we need to do a couple things differently than we do with traditional affiliates because influencers are different. So let's talk about those things. The first thing is change your cookie duration. Now, one thing I want to suggest to you is you can go to JEBCommerce.com/rise. And we wrote an article about this. So I'm covering everything that's in the article today, but you can go to JEBCommerce.com/rise and find that stuff. So let's get right back to it. So the first thing is you have to look at cookie duration. Now, you may be asking, Jamie, what is that? Well, cookie duration is the amount of time after the initial click from an affiliate site that an order will get attributed to an affiliate. Because the perception of most top producing affiliates is that they are involved only at the end of the purchase path, cookie durations can be as little as 1 hour. I've seen a lot only allowing 3 days to go by in order for an influencer or a content affiliate to get credit. But how long does it actually take for a consumer to purchase from you after the first time they're introduced to you? Now, if you have that data, or maybe your marketing team has that data, that'd be really, really good for you to know. That would help you decide what your cookie day should be, your cookie duration. Influencers and content affiliates they're bringing new customers into your funnel, and they should get credit in direct relationship to the value they deliver. So giving them 3 days, it just goes against the very nature of how influencers and content affiliates expose your brand to the audience, and then how consumers act coming from them. These affiliates, they need more time. They're higher up in the funnel. And when I talk about the funnel, if you don't know or you're unfamiliar with that term, at the top of that funnel, the consumer doesn't know who you are. At the bottom of the funnel, they just placed an order. And people change what that funnel looks like. Influencers tend to be introducers. They introduce people to the brand. And a lot of different affiliate categories tend to be closers. And so you have to do things different. As far as cookie duration, the amount of time you allow after an initial click for an order to be attributed, that will, there's more time needed as you go up that funnel. So if you're working with a closing affiliate, maybe a coupon site, your cookie duration, that time frame may be really, really low. But as you go up the funnel with your affiliates, you need to change that. And if you need help figuring out how to do that, you can always email me at gethelp@jebcommerce.com, and I'll give you a couple different ways to do that. Are you enjoying the show so far? One of the things we discuss often on the Profitable Performance Marketing podcast is the importance of driving incremental sales in your affiliate program. But this topic can be very difficult to get your hands around by yourself. How do you know what an incremental sale is? And how do you know whether your affiliate program is set up to drive incremental sales? Well, we set up a tool that allows you to benchmark your affiliate program against the best programs in the industry and the strategies that lead to incremental sales. You can access and use this free tool at jebcommerce.com/incremental. This tool covers 7 different aspects of your affiliate program, such as technology, your publishers, your promotion strategy, the internal resources available to you, your commission structure, available data, profitability measurements, and more. They're all covered in this free tool. And I want you to be able to access this tool and find out exactly how your program stacks up, all for free, simply for being a listener of this podcast. And once you fill out this tool, you'll get an email outlining where you stand, including recommendations in all those areas for what you need to do to drive more incremental sales. You can access this tool at JEBCommerce.com/incremental. Now, back to our show. So we talked about cookie duration. Now, let's talk about leveraging your partner technology. So if you truly value these affiliates' contributions, influencers, especially if you value it over other types of affiliates, you need to protect their contribution to the funnel and to your program. What's really awesome is that the networks and technology providers, they have amazing features and solution sets that allows you to lock that customer in for the influencer as an affiliate influencer, regardless of what happens after they send you that customer. So I do write a lot of this on an internet retailer article that's called I forget what the title is, but we'll include that article link in the show notes. And we go through every single different network and what they offer. But for a couple examples, ShareASale has conversion lines. This allows you to indicate a channel partner or group of partners to receive priority for a sale over other channels. So say your content producers need a little protection. You want to make sure if they're involved in that sale, that they will get credit for it. You can use this tool to give them priorities over others. If your paid search channel gets priorities, you can designate that there as well. This tech has has got a lot of uses that I encourage you to explore. Impact has several different ways to make sure this is possible. They have one of the best views into the path to purchase for each customer, but Pepperjam also has a preferred publisher. So the tool allows you to designate a publisher as preferred. They always get credit for the sale when they're involved, which allows you to do that. Link Connector also has a bunch of technologies from first click attribution, shopping cart window. They have something called naked coupons. It's all to allow proper commissioning. But actually remember what that article was. It's called Affiliate Marketing's Biggest Bugaboo and How to Tame It. So if you want to just Google that, you'll find that, but we'll include it in the show notes. You can also get a link to it when you go to JEBCommerce.com/rise. Now, outside of that, those unique tools to allow you to designate who gets what, you also, will utilize a new commission term. New terms and conditions for those affiliates only. And that'll involve a lot of these different things that we're talking about today as well. And there's some really cool technology that allows you to do that. My recommendation on this front is you don't completely outlaw anyone else from getting credit for that sale. You don't just necessarily put a preferred publisher, and if they're involved in that customer's path to purchase, they only get credit. There's value for every step along that funnel. A lot of times what we look at is what we need as an advertiser, but we don't look at what the customer is doing. So it's always audience first. So they may prefer to close out at a loyalty site. They may prefer to be introduced by an influencer, do a ton of research through content affiliates, and then they will close at a loyalty site or a coupon site. You have to look at what those customers are doing and make sure you're there every step of the way to help them through their journey. So what we like to do is set those things up so the different steps in the path are commissioned differently. So there's weighting on each one. Now you have to make sure the platform or network that you use has that capability, and this can be abused and you can make a lot of mistakes in it. But that is what we tend to do. Every step of the way should be commissioned and rewarded and attributed based on how important we think that step is involved. Okay, so the final thing I'll say on how to get influencers and how to set things up for your partners is the power of unique affiliate terms. So you have to measure and protect what you value most. That's what we're talking about here. If you need to focus on these type of publishers, or you feel you should be, you can't treat them like every other publisher. It's just not going to work. And I've said this a number of times on this episode. they won't be credited with the production they're responsible for, and they'll fall out of the space. They'll fall out of your program. It'll look like it didn't work. So the solution is to set up the terms just for them. This will ensure that you're able to track their contribution correctly and grow productive, vibrant, and profitable relationships. So you look at them as one unique thing. Create your commission structure, your cookie duration, your terms and conditions, and the technology for exactly them and no one else. So that is, you want to treat them differently. Look how the customer uses them and respond accordingly. Your creative can also be quite different than what you use with everyone else. What you offer them, you may pay them flat fees instead of commissions. There are a lot of other things. And let's talk about that real quickly. I'm reminded of different commission structures. You may offer them a bounty for every new customer that comes through at the end. You may pay them more for introducing new customers than you do for introducing existing customers. So even that needs to be different. You really need to take a holistic view of how this particular partner is working within your customer's path to purchase and how valuable that is to you, and set up all these things. We all are talking about influencers these days. We all want that next content publisher. But in order to attract them, optimize them, and keep them at a partner, we need to make sure that everything we have for them is set up for them. Now, there's a lot involved in this, and I hope the information I've given you today and the links in our show notes will help you. But if you want us to take a look, or you want to get assistance with this, just email me directly at gethelp@JEBCommerce.com. And I would love to walk you through this, answer any questions that you might have on how to set up your program for influencers, how to make sure you optimize them. So email us at gethelp@JEBCommerce.com. And you can also put time right on my calendar by going to calendly.com/Jamie Birch. And then you can set up time with me for anything you may need, to help. And definitely look at JEBCommerce.com/rise. That will give you everything we talked about and all the links that we discussed today as well. Now, if you found this podcast valuable, I would love it if you shared it on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and anywhere else that you would find. Send it to someone who you think would do really well to have this information. And if you did enjoy it, we would love for you to give us a 5-star rating in Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, and any other podcast player that you have. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope you learned a little bit, and this expanded your strategy and tactics for working with influencer marketing.